Ciao guys and welcome back to Lempies. Today we are so excited. We just landed in Windhoek, Namibia. We are back for our safari trip.
Particular video we want to share with you how do we afford to travel. I mean, you know, both of us have full-time jobs and we do travel. In particular this year we have managed to travel way more than we have traveled before. So if you're looking for some tips on how to afford to travel, budgeting for traveling, and just how to organize travels, this video is for you. Ale and I are very adventurous. Since we've been living together, we have done a couple of trips.
Many trips. We have done many trips, but it took a little bit of time to perfectionate it, to get really a method that allowed us to organize in a short time trips and affordable trips, because we like to travel a lot.
And we don't make a lot of money, so
and
budgeting
we don't make a lot of money,
is
so budgeting, it always need to be there.
And also the fact that we have been traveling already also when we were students. So back in the days, money was even more of an issue than it is now. But don't let that prevent you from traveling.
No.
And I hope with these tips you're going to find them useful, so you can start enjoying your travel and traveling more if you like that. Again, it comes down to what you like to do. So tip number one,
as we already said, budgeting. Budgeting is fundamental, especially if you want to travel a lot during your year. So you need to sit down at the beginning of the year with your partner and just check what are your general finances status. If you have debt, how much you are earning, how much are you spending for living, like rent, food, the car, gasoline, all these kind of things. For us at the beginning of the year, it's really fundamental that we sit down a weekend and we manage our finances.
Yes, so a yearly budget is fundamental. I mean, budget is important, but a yearly budget, that is very important, because we do that every year in January. We sit down and we look at how much we are earning. We want to know how much we plan to save and how much can we afford, or how much can we take out of that and spend on traveling. You want to know that at the beginning of the year, so you don't get in a situation where either you have traveled too much and now you haven't saved anything, or you don't have money to do other things. But again, comes down to put your money on things that you really enjoy. And when you do that on a yearly budget, you have kind of a good overview at the beginning of the year how you want to spend your money, and just make sure you dedicate a portion of that to travel at the beginning of the year.
Okay, then we come to the second big tip, that is travel off season. That is so fundamental, because traveling off season is something that will allow you to spare a lot of money, and those money can be invested for many other holidays or short weekends off with your partner. So that is fundamental for you, that when you look for a location, you also check what is the peak time for holidays for other people to go there, so you can just book a little bit before the peak or a little bit later
after. I think I will give a practical example. When we did our Malta trip, it was off-peak season, and our hotel, which was absolutely amazing. I'll add some pictures here. It was beautiful, the view, the room size, the shower had like one side was just a window. It was absolutely beautiful. But we paid only 300, and I know had we gone during the peak season, I think that would cost us 800.
Yes, to 1,000.
To 1,000. It was beautiful. So that is those. If you go off season, just a little bit after the peak season, everything is cheaper. And again, like you have mentioned, tranquility, you know, that inner peace that you're looking for when you're on holiday. Sometimes it's taken away by just so many tourists that you can't even
the queue at the museum or this kind of stuff. It's
so off-peak season is save your cash and it makes your travel also more relaxing and more enjoyable.
Yeah. Even the food at the restaurants, if you go during the peak season, the quality decreases because of course there are more people, and they are always full, and they cannot put the same attention that
To all the details,
to
like
all
when
the
they have
details,
less people.
yeah.
I mean, we are foodie, so that's why Ali's talking about food. Point
Always.
number 3 is to have a flexible job.
Flexible
it is
job.
important. I think when you have a flexible job, it gives you room to travel off season, to be
Yes.
honest. When you don't have a flexible job, then you kind of can only travel when everybody else is on holiday, because that is the holiday season also for you, like December or like mid-August if you are in Europe, or July if you're living in Germany.
Exactly.
And those are the expensive period to travel. So if you have a flexible job, make use of that, take advantage of that, and make sure that you plan your holiday when all your colleagues are in the office.
Exactly.
So flexibility, I know that had I chosen a science job, I wouldn't be as flexible as my current job as a consultant, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I have that flexibility. We come to Namibia anytime we want to, we go to Italy anytime we want to, as long as you take your Mac, then that's fine.
Sometimes I just need to take my computer with me, and that's it. I spend 30 minutes or all these moments of the trip when you are traveling, for example, the airplane, the flights, or you are moving to a place to another in the car.
It's work time.
I just work time. Like I said, I go sit there, I open my computer, and I do my job. But I'm on holiday. When I arrive to the place that I was supposed to arrive, I just close my computer and I go to the beach.
I know. Remember when I was writing my PhD thesis?
Yes.
That was also the same. Like during the PhD thesis writing, it didn't make sense just to sit at home. You don't write 24 hours, 24 hours a day. So what I did back in the day, we would just go on holiday, like we did Puglia, we did Sicily, and we would just go. I wake up usually at 5 in the morning, everybody's still sleeping. I have like 5 up to 8, maybe 1 hour to 2 hours of intense writing. I'm done. We start holidays normal. I like that flexibility. Or if you're writing a publication, it's also the time to go on holiday, and you can still do your work.
I mean, life is not about working. You are working for living. You are not living for working. So please just make priority in your life.
The next point. What is the next point? Like for us, this is a very important point for us, and I think it makes a huge impact also in terms of how much money we spend on traveling. Having a minimal lifestyle at home. What do we mean by that? We live in a very small apartment, and that was a decision that we took because we knew we don't want to spend long weekends at home.
Exactly.
We really want to be traveling. We don't spend holidays at home. So all our furniture, we bought them second hand.
Mm-hmm.
That is saving a lot of money. And especially if you're just young and started working, I don't think it's important to buy expensive furniture, because after a year or two, you're moving out of the apartment, and that is also just time wasted.
Exactly, but I would say, generally speaking, have living within your mean. It means just everyday life. You don't go out every single days for dinner or lunch because you don't have time to cook. You make sure that you sit down and you cook your own meals, that is way better and it's going to cost way cheaper. There are some kind of lifestyles that bring you in a way that you are always spending money. You never have time, and that therefore you are spending more money because you don't have time. I don't have time to cook. I prefer to pass by the shop and pick up a sandwich, or just go to the restaurant, have my dinner, or call takeaway and just have some food delivered at home. That is not. It's not healthy. It's not good. Also,
it's not. I don't think it's about. I don't think it's not health, but I think that sounds more like you're on holiday 24/7. And if you're already on holiday all the time, then this probably you're going to have less money to go somewhere to have holiday. And I feel like, I don't know if you're going to feel the difference when you're on holiday. For me, it's important that when I'm at home, I'm at home. And when I go on holiday, I enjoy going out to have a cappuccino. I enjoy going out to have a dinner. Otherwise, you just feel like, I have a dinner also at home. Now, where is the special thing when I'm on holiday? When I'm on holiday, I want to go and order a bottle of wine and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But if I'm doing that every day, I feel like it takes away It not
It
only
takes
that
out
it
the
takes away
value.
the cash, but it also takes away the
The
value
value.
of that
Yes,
feeling of being on
that's
holiday.
true.
So just minimize and home life be home life. Of course, it comes down to what we enjoy the most, and in this context, and for us, traveling is more important than us owning the most amazing car. So I think another essential thing when it comes to traveling and how we do it, book everything by yourself if
Yes.
possible. I have
Be
seen
your
people
own, but like be your own travel agent.
yes, book everything on by yourself. Like it's the easiest way. You know, you don't have to pay for extra charges, commission, all these things, and you can book your flight ticket, you can book your hotel, your Airbnb, and everything online by yourself and just check in. You don't have to pay a third person, especially if you're traveling on the budget. I'm sure you don't have money to pay for that.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
book everything by yourself.
And
Everything by
like
yourself.
for us, it's also like something that we enjoy actually. Like what
After
we do-
dinner,
yes,
you're stressed,
after
you want to
dinner,
shut off
you
from work.
exactly.
Yeah, where can we go next?
Right? And we sit down, we look at the places, and we say, oh, we do like round trip. We use like a tool from Google Map that allows you to do like a round trip. And check the kilometers, all
Very
this kind of
nice.
stuff.
You know how much fuel you're going to spend. It's actually very nice. I enjoy doing those
Yes.
things. Like stop here. How many kilometers we are probably going to drive on this trip? And we do some intensive calculation.
Yes,
The cost of fuel per liter and how many. How
what
much
kind
money
of
do
car?
we need?
No, this car consume more. We are kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you know, it's not. It's sometimes good to pay attention to details because it honestly it saves you some money.
Yeah, but it's also like we enjoy to do that. Like it's not about also only saving money. It's something that we
enjoy.
We
Yeah,
enjoy to do together.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you just try to book by yourself, you may save yourself. You know, you may save. I would say about 5 to 10% of your cash, and then you have that extra gain for another weekend in Copenhagen. Yes, another short trip. And another point.
The last one, there is like this point that I really care for, because for me, sometimes when we talk about with people of the trip that we are doing,
Especially
they always
camping.
camping. Why are you going for camping? But I would never leave my double bed
Bed at home and go
at
sleep on a
home,
mattress in a tent.
yes. There is a big
That I'm paying for and call it holiday.
yeah. There is a big distinguish between traveling and having holiday.
Like adventurous, traveling for adventure.
Yes.
And just being in a 5-star hotel with
Hotel
spa,
and relax.
everything is served.
And I mean, they are both really nice, but
One is not
they
for
are
us.
completely different. We are talking about two things that are completely. No, they are also for us. We also enjoy to have holidays, but for me, like holidays is short and is relaxing. What I think about holidays, like 5-star hotel, spa, everything, 3 days, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and back.
Then you're bored.
Then I'm bored. Then I'm bored because 3 days of relaxing and spa. What do you do next? Traveling, on the other hand, is like really completely different. You go, you discover a place that you have never seen, that you are fascinating because maybe there is some nature or there are some culture that you want to experience. And you put yourself in a learning process because you open yourself to a different experience.
When you book everything in lodges and 5-star hotels, trust me, your budget, if you're on a safari, is going to be almost 100 times more than camping. We pay about 10 euros per night for a campsite. And a safari, all these luxury safari tent, they cost about 100 per night, 100 euros per night. They're super expensive. These luxury tents, which are like a 3-star hotel already set up in a tent. And the point here is really don't let the fact that you can't afford a lodge and a 5-star hotel prevent you from traveling. In Europe, we do a lot of Airbnb. These are beautiful places, small apartments. It costs way cheaper than a hotel room, and usually a hotel room is like a half of the size of an Airbnb, and it costs, I would say, about 60% more. And when you are camping in Namibia, I wouldn't want to do a safari in Namibia in a lodge. it's the camping site here very beautiful. In most cases you have firewood, the grill place is already set up.
Yes.
Everything is nice and clean. You have your own bathroom facilities in most camping places. Why I left my place to come here and experience safari. Why would I sleep in a lodge on a safari? I want to wake up, like you said, and see, you know, Damara tic-tics just passing by, and I want to sleep and hear the, you know, like the hyenas, crying in the background. Okay.
The jackals.
So
maybe people some would freak out.
Yeah, but you know that. Yeah, it just. Anyway, they don't come close to you. In Namibia, I would say most of the camping site, apart from one camping site we are doing, which is free camping, all these campsites are fenced off. We are not talking about free camping, we are talking about camping site, and camping sites are safe.
Yep.
So, again, final point. So, book affordable accommodation, Airbnb, camping, versus booking 5-star hotels, lodges, and luxury permanent tents.
Yeah, and distinguish between holiday and traveling.
So guys, this is how we do it. This is how we afford to travel. This is how we budget for our travels, and this is how we cut costs when you're traveling. I hope you find these tips helpful. I'm not saying everybody should do it the same way, but this is how we do it, and I hope you find this tip in some way helpful to you. And before we go, I want to announce the winner for our giveaway.
Wow.
Let me see. I have to see where I wrote that down, because I have selected the winners for the cleansing brush. I have selected Letitious, but I will also leave all these details in a post, I think, on YouTube community and on Instagram, because I don't think, in case somebody's not watching, I don't want them to miss that. And then the ordinary set is going to Tessa Teshi. It's difficult. Tessa Teshi or Tessa Chi. It's difficult to pronounce this. And then the book is going to Mega Twilight. I think it's like that.
Mega Twilight, yeah.
But like I'm saying, I'm going to make just shorts, you know, like screenshots, and add them in a YouTube post video. That was it. We have to hurry up right now.
Yes.
Pack everything and get
We have like
the
an hour,
safari car.
and we are going to
Swakopmund.
Yes.
And then, of course, Swakopmund, we go further on really real stuff, like get to observe, find elephants and stuff.
Erindi. We have a lot of place to see. Bye.
That's not our thing.
Okay. Ciao.
See you in our next video. Ciao.
Ciao.